Hey guys, just really fast, I want to give you an update on the sprouts. This here is a grain that is not sprouted, if you can see. Nothing very interesting about that. A sprouted grain is going to look like this. This is day 2. Do you see the... shoot. There you go. You see the white thing on the end? That's the little root coming out. So, there you go. That is sprouted grain. And update. Now I'm going to show you how I juice. Alright, so, as you can see, I have 2 cut up apples, several small peppers, those are for beta-carotene. The apples are for sweetener. 1 lime. I have 2 small zucchinis cut into spears and 1 cucumber cut into spears. About 4 leaves of kale. And a bunch of parsley and cilantro, which are a very good source of chlorophyll. Also, I have about a tablespoon of honey mixed with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So, I'm just going to illustrate how many vegetables I have here that I would have to eat normally to actually ingest. And this is my manual grain mill, and I'm going to move this cord out of the way. My manual, not grain mill, sorry, this is my manual juicer, and all I do is I just shove it here, and actually I need to grab a container for the contents spilling out. Forgot about that. Alright. So, here you see I've got my kale. Have to do that again. And I just basically grind it up in there. And I have an option of straining out the fiber, but I tend to keep the fiber inside because number 1, it slows down the rate of absorption and it makes you feel full throughout the day. Now this may seem like it's a lot of work, but this manual juicer, it's called the Lexin Health Manual Juicer. If you were to buy the electric equivalent of this, you would end up spending around $200. Alright, so for 60 bucks, you know, I don't mind doing everything by hand. Not to mention, it's, you know, if the electricity goes out, I can still go outside, grab a bunch of grass, as long as it's broadleaf grass, and I can literally make juice out of it. And, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but in a survival situation, I see that as an advantage because grass is pretty prolific no matter where you're at. There's some sort of native grasses. And so, I mean, this is like pretty awesome. Now, you can't really use this for like harder types of vegetables. It's kind of pushing it, sticking apples in here, but it does pretty good. I'm surprised. I mean, it just crushes everything up. So, and you can see the juice coming out. It's like just pure juice. That's another thing, because I don't like those juicers where it like shreds everything. This is going to be more efficient because it crushes the actual plant. And it literally just sucks out the juice. You don't want to like put moldy stuff in here. That's not good for you. But you can just see how versatile it is. All the different types of plants I've already stuffed in here. Zucchini. So this is going to be fresh. There's going to be all the enzymes. Not to mention, I mean, honestly, how long would it take me to eat all of these vegetables? if I were to try to eat them raw and just munch on them, it would take forever. So this is also really good if you're constrained for time. Just a really great way to get some added health benefits. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off and finish juicing. Alright, so you can see, that I have an entire thing of juice. What I should do is mix this up. One thing I forgot to mention is I have an avocado here. The reason why I'm eating this avocado while I drink this juice is because some of the vitamins in the greens are only lipid soluble, which means that you need fat in order to digest these vitamins. So you can include some flaxseed oil, avocado, coconut oil. There you go, a whole glass. And I didn't even use all of the vegetables. I still have a ton of apples, some zucchini. This is going into my compost heap for the worms. So at this point I'm going to cut the lime and include it in my drink. I just squeeze it in. This is for taste. And it might not be too tasty, in which case, because I didn't use a ton of apples, I should have used more. That really adds to the flavor, the sweetness. It kind of makes it taste a little bit better. I mean, don't get me wrong, this can be gross. When I first started juicing, I juiced some mustard greens. That is probably the worst thing you can do. Those made me gag. So I don't really juice mustard greens, although they're like a huge source of calcium and they're super, super good for you. I only include just a little bit rather than the whole thing. Another thing to consider, the reason why I put the apple cider vinegar in here is because, number one, the peppers have alkaloids in them. They need to kind of pre-digest. Alkaloids are not good for you. They are part of the nightshade family. And another reason why is the kale has goiterins in it, which affect the function of your thyroid. So I let this sit for maybe a couple minutes, not too long, because you do want to drink it as fresh as possible. But that apple cider vinegar should go ahead and do what it needs to do. And the lime juice or lemon juice, whatever type, that kind of helps with the pre-digestive issue as well. I can put this in here with the skin and everything, but it makes it really slippery. So, alright, you guys ready? Let's see if this is good. This is my lunch today. Not bad. I'm trying to not cough. It's actually not that bad. Alright. I find that parsley, cucumbers, and cilantro and Swiss chard really moderate the taste and the flavor of the rest of the greens that are maybe a little bit too hard to deal with. So that is what I do. I do not sell this product or anything like that. I just found it online and I was just like, this is sweet, I'm going to get it. I should sell it, but I don't. So that is my advice in regards to juicing, and like I said, in a survival situation, I think this thing would come in pretty nifty because you just shove the grass in and you got basically pure juice. It's pretty awesome. Just think, cows and horses and goats and all those animals eat grass, and look at them, they're just fine. Alright, well that's my video for today. I know it's kind of funky. Hopefully some of you guys get motivated. I wouldn't be eating all of these vegetables if I didn't drink them like this. So, something to think about. Have a good one.